What's going on, dudes and dudettes? So USC had some great news coming out of the Happy New Year that Bubba Bolden, the free safety that was, he left the school because he was part of an investigation where he supposedly riled up some stuff at a party and supposedly threatened somebody, but it turned out that I guess they still decided to suspend him indefinitely. So he decided to transfer to a junior college school, but apparently they're going to reopen the case because hopefully for the right reasons that he is absolved of the wrongdoing of the kid that was supposedly the one that said all that crap about him, and he is reinstated at USC right now, so that's really cool. They've at least allowed him to come back to take classes, so that's definitely a first step, and hopefully it can be a positive thing where he can join the team this fall, and he'll definitely be like picking up a free agent or another high school kid, and it'd be definitely awesome to have a 4-star guy to come back like that. And it's really going to be depending up to him if he really wants to or not, just because of how the school kind of mishandled and mistreated everything, but hopefully he does, because I think he's still going to have a great career, and yes, hoping for the best for him. And then also Cliff Kingsbury, obviously definitely one of my favorite hires of this offseason for USC, but he wasn't taking any interest or talking with any of the NFL teams about head coaching jobs, but now it seems like he's going to meet up with the Cardinals and maybe the Jets this week. So I don't know, like I said, I think the only job he should really take that would make the most sense is Green Bay, and that's if Aaron Rodgers even wants him, or if he could let Aaron Rodgers do whatever he wants. Apparently that's what has to happen according to Aaron Rodgers. But if it's the other teams, I mean, the Jets, they seem like they're almost there. They just need to get better draft picks. Obviously, I like him because of Sam Darnold, and then you got Josh Rosen there for the Cardinals. Obviously, just looking at the quarterback because that's who he's going to be mainly focused on. But should be interesting. Hopefully he doesn't leave. Give us at least 1 year. 1 year, please, to see what he can do, and definitely be able to gear up a lot of these guys coming in who are going to decide in a month where they're going to go to high school, play football. But yes, just wait, Cliff. Just wait real quick. As for Chargers news, heading into the playoff game this weekend, so I guess we got a little bit more of an understanding of if Hunter Henry is going to play or not, because they don't really have to decide until, I believe it's the Monday, next Monday, officially, if they're going to keep him on the squad or not, or put him back on injured reserve. But he's definitely has an opportunity to play. It's just going to be up to the head coach to see if Hunter Henry is going to be able to make all those routes and do all that stuff. But I think you should just put him in anyways, just because it's a decoy, and have him on the active roster. But then it also means you have to take somebody off, and in case you need somebody in that position, then you're kind of screwed. But I don't know, I think a decoy is better than anything, and he obviously isn't going to get hurt if he's just a decoy, but that's just me. And then also they had a final mock draft of the year for Bleacher Report. And again, they're saying that Greg Little, the offensive tackle from Ole Miss, will be available for the Chargers late in the first round. It's definitely a pickup in my opinion, just because of how good that guy can be and how he has been. He was a number 1 player coming out of high school during that time. It would definitely be a good pickup. Obviously, I would hope then later in the draft they would look for a replacement for Phillip Rivers, because it's just going to depend on this playoff run if he's really going to show up or just be normal Phillip Rivers and be lackluster and have a lot of turnovers. And that should definitely be the final straw where you just let him go. But I don't know, the Chargers never seem to want to give up on Phillip Rivers. But if you're only good during the regular season and not good during the postseason, then there's definitely something wrong, especially the past 10 years. Then also they did add Dexter McCoy to the practice squad and let go of AJ Hendy. It's a little move, not going to really make that much of a difference in the final roster, but it's a little quick update for them. So LeBron LeBron's status is still uncertain according to head coach Luke Walton, but he is finally in the practice facility and getting up shots as well, so that's good to see, especially for a groin injury. Pretty sure he's not going full speed, but at least it's a step in the right way, hopefully a lot sooner than later. Then also they're saying that Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is finally going up in his stock as far as a slow start to the season. He's finally hot, but I think it's just better for the Lakers just because now you have the ability to trade him. And that's where we're going to head to now, where I'm going to talk about guys who the Lakers should trade for and who I hope that they trade for, but you'll see what they do. I know I do this all the time, but hopefully they'll be listening this time because they are definitely good trades. All right, so do the Lakers really need to make a trade? Of course they do, because we don't know how long LeBron is going to be out, and just not being able to trust a lot of these younger players going, especially I don't know why they're starting all of the young players at once. I think they should mix in some veterans and the younger players, but that's just me. But I'm going to try to solve this problem again because I've always done these videos and they, of course, never listen to me. But let's try it again and hopefully this works out, people. In my opinion, the first trade you'd have to make for a guy like this, Nikola Vucevic, plays power forward / center for the Orlando Magic. But as you can see from his stats, just this year alone, he's averaging 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists, all career highs, obviously, compared to the number below. But I think he could help on both sides. He could still shoot the three. He's great down in the post as well. And he can use his size at times to play some defense, but not obviously 100%. But just being able to have a guy like that instead of having to trust a lot of guys who are just one-dimensional, and especially who aren't offensive savvy, like a Tyson Chandler or JaVale McGee, could help out a lot, or he could play with them as well, and then you have your defensive center right there helping you out. But the Magic, they would trade with the Magic, so they would get Nikola, and I would say a guy like this, DJ Augustin, who's a veteran point guard, has been in the league a while, who's been on a hot streak, especially this year with Orlando. Even his career stats, this year he's averaging 10, 2, and 4, all career highs as well. These guys are both on one-year deals, I believe, so they're not going to go into next year's, obviously, cap to make a run at a free agent. So it obviously makes sense, and you get some veteran leadership out there, and you could probably bring back 1 or 2 of these guys as well, depending on how well they do. But I think this would be a better option than the ones that the Lakers are doing right now. But in order for the Magic trade to work, you probably have to give up a guy like Brandon Ingram, which is fine only because of the type of players you're getting back, and it would entice the Magic to do it more. Plus, he hasn't really played that well when LeBron and him are playing, and LeBron obviously plays a lot better with a 6'10", 6'11" guy who could stretch the floor as well. But throwing him in along with a Caldwell-Pope would be pretty enticing for the Magic, just because they get 2 offensive guys and obviously both have the ability to play defense when they want to. Plus, they'd probably have to throw in, I would say, if it's a first-round pick, then it would just be the 1 first-round pick, but you could also make a trade with 2 second-round picks, 1 this year or the 1 the following year. So that's the only way I think that could work out. It would be logical for that type of trade, especially since the guys that the Lakers are getting back are only on one-year deals. So it'd be very interesting, but this is where I would like the Lakers to start looking to help LeBron out while he's out. Another guy I really like, especially numbers wise, because he can go off for 30 plus at times, or average, double digits and almost a triple double as well. That's how pretty talented he is, but he's pretty much under the radar. And Justin Holiday from the Bulls, he doesn't get probably as much playing time as he should get, but when he does get it, he does perform pretty well. And obviously by the numbers, this year he's averaging almost 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. All career highs, obviously, compared to the numbers below. That's why I think he'd be pretty much a steal right now. And I hear a lot of teams are asking about him as well, but I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what his contract is like. I'm pretty sure it's only on a 1 or 2 year deal. That's the guys I kind of mainly looked at, but I'm not 100% sure if it's a 1 or 2 years. But definitely a guy to look at, a guy to play off LeBron who doesn't need the ball like a Brandon Ingram or anything like that. But far as trading for him, I don't think the Lakers need to give up a player that much. So let's see what they can get. So I would say you could still offer them Kentavious Caldwell-Pope just because they're almost a similar player, but yet Pope is also a better defender. That's a better reason why the Bulls would probably want him and have the ability to keep him again and sign him longer. I think that's why they make the trade. Obviously, for Holiday, you don't need to give up a first-round pick, so just sending a second-round pick as well would help. But if they're looking for more bodies and trying to make something like that, you could also add Michael Beasley because he hasn't really played that much for the Lakers because he's dealing with some personal issues. But maybe once that starts getting past him, then he'll be able to play a lot more. But for the Lakers, it just doesn't seem like there's enough room for him on the roster, no matter who's playing and who's healthy. And he was one of the later guys to sign with the Lakers, so I didn't really expect him to have that much playing time. But we'll see. It should be very interesting. I think Justin Holiday is the main person in this trade. Obviously, I know the Bulls kind of want to give up a lot of people, but as far as Jabari Parker, I don't know how that would happen. I like him a lot, but if he's not getting enough playing time with his hometown team, and I don't know if it's just the coaching or what it is, but there's obviously something wrong there with him. And it's one of the first times where he's healthy, even up until this part of the season, so he could be a very interesting look at, but I just wasn't sure if he would be available or not, but definitely seems like he was. But I think even just offering these guys would be enough. Maybe adding like a Jonathan Williams as well, a guy who's on a two-way contract for the Lakers, but we'll see. Very interesting. Now, I like these two players, but obviously they're kind of more the Duke connection, but this guy is very talented in Luke Kennard. He is becoming a lot better player, especially once he was able to start, and he saw his numbers go up a lot. And I believe he even had a career high as well during that span when other guys were injured, but he's just being used off the bench. And even though he was a first-round pick, and obviously a guy that the Lakers looked at, but definitely was too high to pick at number 2, but he is definitely a guy that's been on the radar. He can shoot the ball, especially from 3. He can make plays off the dribble. He doesn't have to like use too many dribbles to get his shot off. He could just catch and shoot also. So that's another positive thing, especially when playing with LeBron. You have a guy like that in the corner or somewhere along the outside, and then he can still go inside and make a few layups here and there and use his size on defense as well. But you get look to add him or a point guard from Minnesota in Tyus Jones, who's been very underutilized. I don't know why they still have him around and haven't traded him yet to give him a better opportunity somewhere else, just because he does have talent, especially when he's in there, but he usually never gets more than 20 minutes a game. And he did see an uptick when I believe Derrick Rose had some few games off of injury, and he did play very well. But I don't know. I think he's definitely a sneaky guy to have just because he's been in the league already. He knows how to play. You just need to give him an opportunity, whether it's a second point guard or so. And obviously the Lakers need help with Rondo being out, so they're basically only down to one point guard in Lonzo, who's off and on as well. So that being moved. But as far as trading guys for these people, it'd be kind of tough because you don't want to give up any of your main guys like Brandon Ingram or anything like that. But it could be very interesting to see if they could get them just for picks or even lesser guys on the totem pole for the Lakers team, so they don't have to give up that many high profile players to especially get guys who aren't getting much playing time. So they could get a steal in this case, but that's just my opinion. Obviously the Lakers are going to do what they're going to do, and hopefully it's not just to wait until the summer to see if they swing or miss on a lot of these top free agents. But we'll see how this goes. Should be very interesting. But that's my ideas for what the Lakers can do while both LeBron and Rondo are out to injury for a very long time. Alrighty, thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. And yeah, as far as the newest movie I've seen, it's one called Searching, where this guy loses his daughter or something like that, but it's really a lot of twist and turning and plot thing, and it's kind of a weird movie where it's just shot basically as if you're looking at a computer screen or a TV screen, and there's never really any like camera, like a movie thing. You're just looking at that back and forth and going through FaceTiming and calling and all that stuff. And it's pretty crazy how they did the whole entire movie like that, and it's not boring either. It's pretty good, pretty suspenseful. I think y'all should check it out. Like I said, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.